How you doing, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube Pipe community? Lewis coming at you. So, I think it's been 2.5 weeks now since I put together my tobacco press. And I've given it a couple cranks here and there. You can see I got some tobacco juices on my clamp here. Probably should have done something to keep it a little cleaner, but hell, that's what this clamp was bought for. Now, my experience with this thing. Not great for the first time around. What I saw was that the metal disc that I put in here is only about this thick. And being a circle, it fit in a way that it was able to kind of turn inside this thing. And so, even though I tried my best to get this thing as centered as possible, it didn't work out that way. And the metal piece in there ended up twisting. And so I'm about to pop this thing out, see what this puck looks like. This cake. Hold on a second. Grab a paper towel. My workbench is a complete mess. I've been working on little different things here and there. So let me take some of this casing goopy shiz off of this PVC. It is looking pretty nasty. So we're gonna have to figure something out for next time. And let's take this thing out and see what it looks like. I'm expecting it to look lopsided and potentially fall apart, but who knows? I didn't add anything to my tobacco in terms of liquid. And that's my neighbor. And you know, all I had in there was the metal, some wax paper, and the tobacco. So we're gonna see, maybe potentially it dried out. Well, this is awfully interesting. I hope I kept my Home Depot receipt. The end of my C-clamp just fell on out. By that thing turning, it actually twisted this part of my C-clamp to a point where I don't know if this thing is even useful anymore. Well, it's interesting. I may be able to hammer it back into place. Who knows? It's never going to be as strong as it was when I first got it, that's for sure. Whatever, I'll have to give it a shot. Now, getting this thing off is going to be absolutely interesting. I don't think I'll be able to pry it off. I may have to hammer off this end here. Let's go to town, folks. It's a mess in there. Some movement. Okay. I think thanks to the wax paper, got a little something. totally expect some Benny Hill music playing in the background. Let's put this thing in a vise and see if that helps give me a little bit of leverage. Yeah, there we go. I love tools. All right. Very, very interesting. All right. This is what it looks like right now. That is with wax paper on top. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm peeling off this wax paper right now. And this is interesting. I've got a portion of the tobacco here that popped right off as a separate piece. And this is clearly not all that I put in there, because I put a good 4 ounces in there, and this is not 4 ounces. But this is pretty dense. All right, let me grab another paper towel. Put that here. Here's something I found on my workbench and might be entertaining to you guys. When I was about 15 years old, me and my best friend went to a car dealership. I didn't understand why, but he wanted to surprise me. Diamond Dallas Page and his girl Kimberly were at this car dealership signing autographs, and so to Fernando, that's my middle name, used to go by it. Hey bro, bang, DDP. Freaking get a kick out of that. I love it. Anyway, I do not watch wrestling anymore. It's been quite a while. All right, this is interesting. Okay, so that piece of tobacco, that little disc of tobacco came out, and I'm kind of poking this, and that is not soft. So let me move this paper towel here. I'm going to use the butt end of this hammer to kind of work this tobacco out, and that metal disc that I used to push it. And here it's coming out some. Okay. Yuck. Alright, this is gonna take some washing, folks. My hands are covered in whatever this mess is. Blah. All right, and so here is what we've got. Here's my lopsided piece, my lopsided cake of tobacco. It's hard to see, man. See if I can, what I can do to get the color on here. But it is dense. It is certainly dense, but you can see what happened, that metal piece came down like this. I think what I'm going to do next is essentially take a 2x4 of wood, something thick, a thick piece of wood, and match the diameter of this and just shave it down till it fits really tight inside this PVC, and go from there, and essentially give it a base so that piece of metal doesn't have a way to turn in there, because the wood wouldn't turn if it was that thick. I think by having this thin piece of metal in there, it had enough wiggle room, and that was a problem. Now what I'm gonna have to figure out is how to fix my clamp so I can try this again. But my next video will be of me smoking this. This was my Hobbit's Weed match. Essentially 2 ounces of BCA, Black Cavendish, 1M vanilla, and Very Cherry. 1 ounce of each, essentially. So 1 part Very Cherry, 1 part 1M vanilla, 2 parts Black Cavendish. It's an aromatic, so we're gonna see how it turns out. If I like it, we'll go from there. And I think what I'm going to do is take my English Molto Dolce blend and press that, and we'll see how that turns out. All right, YouTube, good talking to you. It's been a minute. Blessings and smoke green. Ciao.